Welcome back to my channel, guys. This is me, Urban, with another anime first impression video. I'm trying to record as much as possible before I leave to my trip, and yeah, not gonna be able to record that much, but this is gonna be on Rock is a Lady Modesty, which is a series releasing on High Dive. High Dive is a different company that most people are used to, Crunchyroll or Netflix or Hulu, you know, the typical USA companies. But past that, we have High Dive, and they do release 2 or 3 series. This is I think the 3rd series I'm doing my first impressions on, and the last one that they're actually releasing stuff on. So it's called Rock is a Lady Modesty. I will say High Dive chooses weird ones sometimes, and this one was not as weird until the end, and I'll explain why. But it was still pretty neat. Like the development of the character and basically seeing like what we saw at the beginning of the episode to now is kind of like we ripped the mask off. I really like that. I'm gonna say that. So before anything though, if you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel. Time of recording, I need about 1 or 2 people more to subscribe to meet my next milestone. So hopefully by the time this video releases, I'm there, but if not, please be that 1 or 2 persons, and I will thank you so much. Also, welcome yourself in the comment section if you are. Also, if you want to further support, you can watch more of my first impression videos. I have a lot of them released for just this season. More to come this weekend for sure. I'm trying my best to record. You'll probably see a lot of videos on my van. That's what it is. But thank you again for your love and support, and if you want to make sure you do subscribe. So okay, let's talk about Rock is a Lady is a Lady Modesty. So we start off with our protagonist. She has wild hair, by the way, just so you can identify who she is. But she is in an all-girl academy essentially, and she is thriving to be the best of the girls. We're kind of introduced into this world of how she's basically like she's seen as a really good person, very modest person, very proper person, and then in her head she's kind of like, I don't want to do this, and oh, I'm so bored, or I'm so sleepy, or like, or no, she's kind of reacting in her own head, her feelings, but she herself is still thriving to be that person, and that's because her mother has recently married into a rich family. She's gonna be, I guess, the heir of that, and she wants to like show that she can be part of this society. She can be part of the rich girls and all that. So, but at the same time, she is true to herself in her mind, like everyone else. I mean, I think everyone at some point has a mask. Some people have a mask at work. Some people have a mask in school. Some people have a mask, sadly, in their own families. That shouldn't happen, but it is. And she has a mask in her own family and also in school. And she just wants to, like, in the beginning of the episode, we just realized that she just wants to fit in. She just wants to play the part, but also be the best of it. Teachers are very, like, rude about it though. They're like, no, she's not that modest. Like, if she was real modest, she would know all this and blah blah blah. So they're not too welcoming of her, but they're also they're strict with everyone. So they're just, I don't want to say what I'm thinking, but they're just mean. So we'll just leave it at that. And it's fine. Like it's school. Like a strict school is how a strict school is, right? So we then see her bump into the second girl who is highly praised in the grade, and they kind of have an encounter, but that's that. And after the encounter, she finds a guitar pick, and she's like, that's weird. Why is a guitar pick here? So she takes it. She goes home. She's thinking about it, like, it's weird, but it's okay. At home, we don't really see much dynamic in the family other than when she's in the hallway going back to school the next day, she starts to yawn, and the mom kind of stops her and says, you know, it's not proper to yawn as a lady. Like, you need to hold that yawn inside, blah blah blah. And she goes, yeah, mom, like, and she's like, are you having fun in school? She's like, yeah, I'm thriving. I'm really, like, her answer is very political. I want to, even if I see it, I feel like it's gonna sound too good. So she basically says, I'm good, but in a very political way, just to basically say, I'm doing what you want me to do. And this is where we start noticing that she is not doing what she wants, but more of what is expected of her. So she goes to school. Random girl who is also highly praised is in the floor looking for something, and everyone's kind of like in awe, like, why is she in the floor? And she's like, she bumps into her again, like, I think I have something. Well, maybe not. And she kind of thinks about it, like, I'm not gonna in front of everyone say I have your pick, or because it could be that it is hers or that it's not hers, so she's not gonna do that. So she decides to back off, and that's that. The day goes on, the day ends, and she notices the second best girl, or one of the best girls. I don't want to say that she's second, because they're essentially tied in the eyes of the girls. But she's in a room playing drums, and this is like a no-no in the school. So she goes in, realizes this is her pick, so she gives her the pick. She's an odd, and the girl basically bullies her into playing guitar. Like, she's like, I want you to jam with me. And she's like, no, that's not proper. I'm not going to do that. So protagonist is leaving, and she's like, oh, so you're saying you're not good enough. And she gets ticked off. So starts playing, and through her playing, we see her mask rip off. And essentially, playing guitar is something that she has, and she only had left from her father. Now, we don't know if her father is deceased or if her father left, but we get the little flashback of her being little and playing with her father and enjoying playing with her father. And then we get flashbacks of her basically burying all this stuff, saying that she was not going to be this person anymore because it's not the person that they want her to be, and she had decided to just leave all this behind. And now, for just one more time, she's gonna go and indulge in this hobby that she loves so much, that she cherished with her father. And it's so it it shouldn't have hit me so hard, but it did. And again, for those who've seen my channel and who've been in my journey, my father passed away. I myself play guitar, and I myself learned guitar through my father when I was very young. Like, I was the girl's age when I learned guitar, and I have those fond memories. Like, I really do. Like, we don't know if her father left or anything like that, but she doesn't choose to keep those memories. Now, obviously, all parents are going to have good and bad days, and my father had good and bad days, but she chooses to cherish those days, and I choose to do those days as well. So it really hit me, because it brought me back to those days when I was little, sitting with my father, playing guitar and all that. And just to think that someone would want me to just bury that and not want to do that anymore, not to be able to react that, it just hurts. So I can see how she's in pain. So anyways, that was all good and dandy until it's ruined. The moment is ruined, at least for me, by her saying, gosh, she's playing drums so good, she's trying to overpower me so much that I feel like it's like BDM, essentially. Like, she's her all tied up, and we get like a little imagination of that, and it's like, oh, okay, fan service. And that's really it. At the end of the episode, the drummer basically talks down to her, like, she yells at her, like, you are a worthless guitar player, so on and so forth. And it's kind of sad, to be honest, but yeah, that's the end of the episode. We don't get much out of that other than they're probably gonna end up playing again. And she does say this is how I first met my lifelong partner. So maybe there's gonna be romance there. I don't know. So that is, in a nutshell, this story. Gosh, it got me in a roller coaster of emotions. But nonetheless, it's a good series on High Dive. Go check it out. It is music, so it is maybe Yuri, I guess. But go check it out. For now, I think there's only 2 episodes out. So actually, time of watching, there's only 1. Time of recording, I think there's 2. So don't quote me on that. Probably when it's posted, there will be 2 episodes. So go watch them. Thank you guys so much for watching. And guys, like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.